From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Thursday morning. We're tracking some showers, snow showers up in the Cascades in elevations above 4,500 feet. Those snow levels will be dropping down to 4,000 feet a little bit later today. We are also tracking some fog up in the Cascades. So if you're driving over Snoqualmie Pass, there are multiple reasons to take it slow for this morning. Right now, temperatures are spanning from the 30s in the Kittitas Valley to 40s in the Yakima Valley to a mixture of 40s and 50s for the basin and for the foothills. Factor in some of the wind gusts, which have relaxed just a little bit over the last 30 minutes, but still gusting upwards of 24 miles per hour at the Hanford site, around 15 miles per hour for Hermiston and Walla Walla. So, yeah, in the winds, it's going to feel a little bit colder out there. So here's the bottom line for the forecast. Rain and mountain snow left over for today. Will be overall drier into Friday and Saturday, but then we're tracking a big-time storm system into Sunday and Monday. We're going with a first alert weather day for Sunday and Monday in the Cascades, as over a foot of snow is possible for our Cascade passes, if not more than that. So I'll tell you about the nitty-gritty details of this forecast, and I'll have that hour-by-hour forecast for today. That's going to be coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, response to the train derailment that caused 2,600 gallons of diesel to spill into the Columbia River has made progress. We have the update on what cleanup crews have achieved. Plus, new surveillance video from the ballot box fire in Portland, Oregon. The FBI offering a reward up to $25,000 on information that leads to the suspect's arrest. With the details on the suspected car on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. It is Thursday, November 14th, and we're going to start your top stories off in a follow-up. Now, the FBI is releasing surveillance video from the ballot box fire in Portland, Oregon, and this occurred just days before the election. And we'll take a look at that video right now. Now, this is from specifically the Portland incident. It shows an early 2003 to 2004 Volvo S60 sedan. It'll pop up on your screen in just a few minutes, and it's the possible car driven by the suspect during the crimes. The FBI is asking for the public's help in identifying the still unknown suspect, and they believe this person is behind both of the fires, the other one in Vancouver, Washington. The FBI is offering a reward up to $25,000 for any information leading to the identification, arrest, and conviction of the person responsible. Now, in another follow-up on a story that we brought you last week, the Washington Utilities and Transportation Commission says it has finished its response to the train derailment that happened last week near Wallula. Now, to backtrack, 5 refrigerated rail cars from Union Pacific derailed on November 6th, spilling about 2,600 gallons of diesel fuel into the Columbia River. In response, Union Pacific sent cleanup crews and contained the spill, and officials say the rail cars were cleared out and that cleanup was actually completed back on November 8th. In education news this morning, a new degree option is coming to the WSU Tri-Cities campus next year. It's meant to address the need that continues to grow for mental health care providers in the Mid-Columbia region, specifically ones who understand the needs of people from the diverse backgrounds all across that region. And the first cohort of the Washington State University Tri-Cities Bachelor of Arts in Social Work program will start in fall of 2025. And officials also say in the WSU circuit, this is a unique program.
The Bachelors of Social Work will only be on the Tri-Cities campus. Now, students on other campuses can complete the first 2 years of the prerequisite program on any campus or at actually a community college and then apply into the final 2 years of the program here on the Tri-Cities campus.
It'll be housed within the WSU College of Nursing, and students enter the program in their junior year, joining a dedicated cohort that will complete the program together. And applications open in March, and the next step for WSU Tri-Cities will be to develop a master's in social work program. Now, the Pasco School District is holding a job fair next Monday, and they're looking for paraeducators and bus drivers. Our very own Toby Solving went down to the Pasco School District and spoke with the Director of Employee Services.
A paraeducator needs to have a high school diploma and we'll provide the training. Our instructional paraeducators with a 2-year degree would meet the requirements to join our team as well. We're looking for people that understand kids, of course. Anybody with a teaching experience would be great. Somebody that understands how to motivate, inspire students, help with learning, follow up, data-oriented, detail-oriented, all across the board.
We are looking for anybody who is interested in transporting students, who loves working with kids, and is a very flexible schedule with a great pay. We start out with just over $23 an hour, and once they get out of training, the pay goes up significantly. So it's a great opportunity. We just ask that you have at least 5 years of driving experience, a clean driving record.
And what if you have like one speeding ticket in the last 5 years?
That's okay. So you don't necessarily have to have a perfect driving record. It just needs to be a good driving record. So it's a part-time job with full benefits. When I say part-time, anywhere from 24 hours to 40 hours, but you can make it what you want it.
Again, the job fair is Monday the 18th from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Booth Building, which is located at 1215 Lewis Street in Pasco. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, Boeing is getting ready to hand out pink slips to 10% of its workforce. And we have the update on how workers are feeling and what some are planning to do. That's after the break. But first, our Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your full weather forecast, or your first alert forecast, Keep it right here. Good Morning Northwest. We'll be right back.
When uncertainty falls upon your freedom, you need an unwavering champion. We're dedicated to not just tipping the scales in your favor, but also delivering an unwavering and relentless defense. With over 5 decades of experience, we'll fiercely defend your freedom and secure the most favorable outcome. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
Indulge in Legends Casino's seafood buffet experience. Discover a feast of premium crab legs, succulent shrimp, and an array of delectable ocean-inspired dishes. Elevate your evenings with Legends Seafood Buffet every Thursday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m.
Light up the holidays and the road at Overturf Kia. Haul the whole crew comfortably in a new 2025 Kia Carnival LXS. Starting at $40,160, find 8 passenger seating, advanced driver assistance systems, heated seats, and more. Plus, get 5.99% interest for 72 months. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance some new 2024 inventory. Friday through Sunday. 2 locations, Spokane and Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2024 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Come see the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center and Hapo Center Pasco. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Nutcracker Magical Christmas Ballet celebrates the season with America's favorite holiday tradition. Gather your loved ones and be enchanted by an all-star international cast. Returning to the Capitol Theater November 18th and 19th. Tickets at nutcracker.com.
If you're injured on the job, you need an experienced workers' comp attorney.
Workers' compensation is complex. It has its own laws, doctors, courts, and judges.
For years as an assistant attorney general, I represented labor and industries. Now, I fight for injured workers.
If you were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411. Bothwell and Hamill.
A portion of the news is sponsored by Kubota.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Just wanted to talk about a couple of our mountain passes, White Pass and Spout Springs. And first, we're going to start off on US 12 at White Pass, as the WashDoc camera shows that road conditions here are slushy and traction tires are advised. And then off of Oregon 204 at Spout Springs, it is also slushy here, and by law you have to carry chains over this pass. And we'll continue to track the rest of those pass conditions throughout this morning as snow levels are going to drop throughout the day. They're at 4,500 feet for this morning, down to around 4,000 feet for a little bit later in the day. Okay, in between the mountain ranges, let's look at today's day planner. By 8 this morning, we're still going to have temperatures in the 40s. Could maybe have a shower in the Tri-Cities. Could maybe have a shower in the Kittitas Valley. By lunchtime, yeah, maybe just another sprinkle in the Kittitas Valley. High temperatures at this point into the 40s and 50s. And then at the peak of daytime heating, well, it's not going to be all that hot out there, as we'll have temperatures in the 40s and 50s. And again, maybe just a sprinkle in the Kittitas Valley. So for today, the best coverage of showers is going to be up in the mountains. In between the mountain ranges, we should keep it pretty dry. High temperatures are going to be about 5 degrees above average for this time of the year, and winds gusting out of the south and west between 20 to 25 miles per hour. And that would be for the Yakima Valley, for the lower Columbia Basin, and for the Blue Foothills. And then for tonight, wind should calm down. Overnight lows getting much colder, down into the 20s and 30s. So most of us will have to protect the outdoor pets, the plants, and the plumbing. Maybe some leftover showers in the Blue Foothills and Blue Mountains, and we could have more of that into tomorrow. I'll show you that with Futurecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Now, Washington-based company Boeing is getting ready to give out pink slips to employees, and this after announcing its plans to lay off at least 10% of its workforce. And this could include some of the workers who just ended their months-long strike not too long ago.
Around 17,000 U.S. Boeing workers are expected to receive layoff notices, and the workers we talked to at the Renton facility share despair about the current uncertainty.
I feel like layoffs would impact morale for anybody, on different levels. We're all concerned about our jobs, but, the best we can do is, push forward.
Boeing's CEO said it was trimming away 10% of their workforce after they experienced $25 billion in losses in the last 5 years. Some workers say they've been thinking about how to start over if their job gets cut.
Well, I have a 12-year career here. I'd love to finish it. But being in the vulnerable position that I'm in, then, it's something that is going to take a setback for sure.
Boeing has not released what employees will be let go, but we know it will impact various jobs. And that could include machinists who just recently agreed to a new contract with Boeing that includes a 38% pay raise over 4 years.
Everyone's hoping that, it doesn't hit the blue collar sector because, 2 months out of work, people got to make up for lost time.
The layoffs also come at a time when Boeing has promised to focus on quality and safety.
Quality needs to be looked after, and that's just a big thing that Boeing needs to focus on, and I know they're focusing on it. They're working with the FAA.
With Boeing layoffs also comes the impact on small businesses that rely on the foot traffic.
Boeing is right down the street from here, and if 10% less people are around getting treats or getting coffee or just spending money, it's definitely going to impact the community.
Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, Catholic is now offering a new resource that can help detect early forms of cancers. What exactly it is, coming up in your health news.
Sundown M Ranch promotes patient-centered integrated care that focuses on the mind, body, and spirit. At Sundown M Ranch, the patient is the reason we are here. We take pride in our reputation of assisting individuals and family members through a difficult process with compassion, respect, and confidentiality.
Sundown M Ranch saved my life.
Last month, I celebrated 31 years of sobriety.
Sundown M Ranch. Today is the first day of the rest of your life.
Liberty Lawn and Saw Shop, your destination for outdoor power equipment. We offer a wide range of products from leading brands such as Exmark, Husqvarna, Echo, and Steel. Make your yard stand out with our range of professional-grade landscaping tools and equipment. We also provide a variety of services, including free pickup and delivery on deluxe services. Our team is committed to providing the best care for your outdoor equipment. Call us today or text us for faster service at 509-371-1477. Visit us in West Richland and at libertylawnandsawshop.com.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0% APR for up to 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Workers and the families of deceased workers who worked at the Hanford site are now eligible for compensation for diseases and illnesses. This may be in addition to compensation already being received. Smart Law will be hosting a Hanford Workers' Compensation educational dinner at their Kennewick office Thursday, November 21st at 6 p.m. To register, call 509-735-5555. Dinner provided. Smart Law, smart choice.
The Kraken have work to do. It's not going to be easy. But this team never backs down. With Chicago in their sights, the time to strike is now. Kraken, Blackhawks, pregame at 6:30 tonight on Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you for making Apple Valley News Now's Good Morning Northwest and ABC's Good Morning America the most watched morning news on local TV.
Thank you so much.
What's new, what's now, and what's next? Plus first alert weather every 10 minutes. Wake up with Apple Valley News Now.
On your side.
This newscast sponsored by Nissan. From Apple Valley News Now, first alert weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Okay, we are tracking some showers up in the Cascades for this morning. It's snow and elevations above 4,500 feet. Those will be dropping down to 4,000 feet a little bit later in the day. And let's show you the rest of today with Futurecast. The best coverage of showers today is going to be up in the mountains, in between the mountain ranges. We should be pretty dry. But then into the late evening and into the overnight hours, we could see a resurgence in some showers in the Blue Mountains and in the Blue Foothills. And then into tomorrow, the best coverage is going to continue to be up in the mountains, but also in the foothills, and snow levels will be lower at this point. I'll have more to say about that in a second. So here are some of the water totals that we're expecting for both today and tomorrow. This is subject to change. We're thinking ½ an inch is possible for the Cascades, ¼ inch of water for the Blue Mountains, but for the valleys, for the basin, for the foothills, probably less than ⅓ of an inch of water. Snow levels this morning around 4,500 feet, dropping down to 4,000 feet a little bit later today, and then much lower, sliced in half for Friday, as they'll bounce between 2,000 to 2,500 feet. So here are some of the snowfall totals that we're expecting over the next 48 hours. This is also subject to change. We're thinking between a trace to 4 inches on passes of US 2, US 97, and I-90, 6 to 8 inches on US 12 at White Pass, less than an inch for the Battle Mountain Summit on US 395, and 2 to 3 inches for Spout Springs on Oregon 204. So definitely the biggest impacts are going to be on White Pass on US Highway 12. Overall, we'll be drier as we head into Friday, drier into Saturday, but then Sunday and Monday, bam, here's another storm system. It's going to be a big-time storm system. We're going with a first alert weather day. You can see just in terms of pure water alone, we could get 2 inches in the Cascades, but the water, the moisture, the cold air going to sync up a lot better this time, as early indications of that we could get between 1 foot to 1.5 feet of snow for Snoqualmie Pass. Definitely keep tabs on this forecast if you plan on traveling over the Cascades for either Sunday or Monday. High temperatures drifting down to below average values into next week. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Drier during the days of Friday and Saturday, much wetter into Sunday, then turning drier again beyond Monday. In Yakima, the wettest day on the horizon looks to be Sunday, but we'll also have a chance for some flurries on Tuesday morning. In Ellensburg, the same pattern, very wet for Sunday, then small chances for flurries on Tuesday, but also for Wednesday morning as well. In Hermiston, drier for the next couple days, pretty active on Sunday, then drier again for Monday and beyond. And then for Walla Walla, about 50-50 shower chances for today and tomorrow, drier Saturday, but much more active again by Sunday.
Thank you, Josh. Turning to some health headlines, Kadlec is now offering a new resource that can help detect early forms of cancers. Now, this new resource is a screening assessment called Prevention for Me. And so a week before women come in for a scheduled mammogram or ultrasound, they'll receive an email with the questionnaire. This will give providers an individualized tool of possible risks for developing breast cancer or other hereditary cancers. And with this assessment, providers will be able to provide more care when they come in for their scheduled mammogram.
If they are determined that they are high risk for these cancers, then at their appointment they have the option to do the genetic testing. It's just a little spit, no blood required, so it's very less scary. And then when the results come back, our certified genetic counselor will reach out to them with their results. And if there is any additional screening they need to have because of their risk, then we will also get them set up with those screenings.
The questionnaire is expected to take about 10 minutes to finish, and it'll ask about personal and family health history. And this can help with early detection and will save you some time when it comes to getting the care you need. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, if you've ever wanted to feel like a gladiator, we have just the thing for you. Well, Airbnb does, and get this, it's free. This could be your new Roman Empire if you're familiar with that term, and we have this story after the break.
Turkey? Check. Cranberries. Stuffing? Pie? Check, check, check. Potatoes sweet and mashed? Check. Now what about that post-turkey nap? Don't worry. The Black Friday Super Sale at Denver Mattress has you covered. Shop today and save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Take up to $500 off select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and score a $300 gift. Or get 60 months no-interest financing and free shipping. The Black Friday Super Sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
Save now with Cascade Farm and Outdoors' latest mailer. Watch for it in your mailbox or pick up a copy in store. All Ariat sweaters and hoodies are now $10 off. Wrangler Premium Performance Advanced Comfort Jeans are just $39.99. All Stanley feed pellets are 30% off. Find Cascade 50-pound bags of layer pellets for just $15.99. Plus, save on Purina Pro Plan bags of dog food. Store-wide savings are going on now at Cascade Farm and Outdoor.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some. Gimme Some Bagels.
I'm loving a pizza, Tony's Big Cheese Pizza, loving a pizza. I'm loving a pizza, Tony's Big Cheese Pizza, and Yakima's hometown.
Mom, let's order a large pepperoni pizza.
For Tony Big Cheese Pizza.
Good idea. I'll order it now. Tony's lets me order online or by phone.
When you want lunch or dinner the delicious, easy way, come to Yakima's Hometown Pizzeria.
We can't wait to see you at Tony's Big Cheese Pizza in the Safeway Plaza at 24th and Nob Hill.
Have you ever had a day like this? Bad days are why we got in the game. Kapuza Lighty, Accident Injury Lawyers.
The Kraken and the Blackhawks tonight on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In your entertainment news, you are about to be entertained. Yes. Well, if you ever wondered what it's like to be a gladiator, Airbnb is making that a possibility.
In anticipation of the Gladiator 2 movie, which comes out on November 22nd, the vacation rental site is hosting a one-of-a-kind experience inside the Roman Colosseum after hours for the first time ever.
This looks pretty cool. So the Colosseum is the massive arena where gladiators fought to the death for public entertainment, and this experience is the latest introduction of Airbnb's Icon series, which gives people access to some of their favorite fictional homes.
Other experiences include the Dietz residence from Beetlejuice, the floating house from Up, or even the X Mansion from X-Men. But unlike its usual listings, the Gladiator 2 experience is not an overnight stay.
And the photos that you see on your screen are a depiction of the decor that you'll see inside. And once you're inside, people will be able to suit up in historically accurate armor and put their skills to the test.
Visitors will be greeted by the Master of Ceremonies, and they will be guided through the underground chambers to help them prepare for battle.
Guests can also watch seasoned gladiators fight before training in the art of gladiator combat themselves, and they'll be able to fight against fellow warriors.
And get this, it's free. Although I'm sure it'll be a battle to book it. Battle, you get it? Guests can book up to 2 3-hour experiences on May 7th and 8th.
And each experience can accommodate up to 16 guests, and guests are responsible for their own travel to Rome. And booking requests will be open from November 27th at 6 a.m. to December 9th at 9. And you can go to airbnb.com/gladiatormovie to do that. This is like Fight Club. I feel like it sounds like a manly thing. I feel like men just want to go, you know, it's the Roman Empire. They just want to go and
when that was a trend around this time last year, I haven't spent like one day of my life thinking about the Roman Empire, so I missed that moment.
I think I have actually.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, it does sound pretty cool.
Even Rome fell, right?
There we go. Well, coming up next on Good Morning Northwest at 6:30, the Mountain City Council Chronicles continue, and we have the progress on the 2024 budget after the latest City Council meeting. Our Emily Goodell has an update on that, and that's in the next half hour.
You love the internet. But do you love your internet? Is your bundle a bundle of joy? Do you celebrate your contract's anniversary? No? You should meet Ziply Fiber. High-speed fiber optic internet means more freedom, more reliability, more speed on all your family's devices, all at the same time. Happily ever faster. Ziply Fiber. Call 1-888-GO-ZIPLY or visit ziplyfiber.com/GoZiply. Plans as low as $10 a month.
The Pacific Clinic is a health, sports, and medical campus in Kennewick, now accepting new patients for primary care. We offer patient-specific solutions for physical, mental, and emotional health concerns. You'll receive quality one-on-one time with our medical professionals and experienced support team. Begin your new health plan with today's best technologies and facilities for the whole family. Play hard, live well at the PC. Call us at 509-783-5465 today.
If you think Dee Dee likes to rake leaves all day,
then you'd be crazy. Ladies' night out, hun. I'd rather be raking in my points with this, right, ladies?
Yep, Dee Dee and her friends know how to roll with their Legends reward cards at all their favorite games and redeemable for all kinds of goodies. Legends Casino Hotel, because you're within winning distance and fun is how we roll.
The holiday season is in full swing at Shelby's Floral. We invite you to celebrate the harvest of Thanksgiving and the joys of Christmas. Step into a wondrous world filled with autumn's rich colors and the magic of the holiday season. Discover beautiful holiday decor, seasonal centerpieces, and gifts that capture the spirit of giving. Be inspired for the beautiful holiday season around every corner. Come feel the joy at Shelby's Floral in our new location on Clearwater in Kennewick.
Are you ready to shop? Because you know we got the deals during the Black Friday Super Sale at Furniture Row. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings stack up. Check out special purchases while they last and save up to 50%. Or make your cash go further with 60 months no interest financing. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. The Black Friday Super Sale, only at Furniture Row.
When you get hurt on the job, you never know if you're going to get paid by Labor and Industries. Let Bothwell and Hamill fight on your behalf for your workers' comp. We can often increase your compensation. The sooner you call us, the better. If you were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411 for a free consultation. Bothwell and Hamill.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law. This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, a little secret here. Josh keeps singing Christmas music, and it's feeling not exactly like Christmas outside, but I feel like we're getting close.
I'm kind of a hypocrite because in August you're like talking about fall.
Yeah,
I was like, no, hold your horses.
Yeah, it's him. He's the problem.
Now it's mid-November. I'm singing Christmas music. So, well, yeah, I am a hypocrite.
Okay, I love it.
Let's go ahead and take a look at some of those temperatures for this morning as they're spanning from the mid-30s in the Kittitas Valley to 40s in the Yakima Valley, mixture of 40s and 50s in the lower Columbia Basin and in the Blue Foothills. And it does feel a little bit colder than that at times because these winds have been gusting out of the south and west, upwards of 25 miles per hour at the Hanford site, up to around 20 miles per hour in both Walla Walla and in the Tri-Cities. Also, we're tracking some fog, some pretty thick fog at times up in the Cascades. So that's one reason to take it slow over Snoqualmie Pass. And here's another reason. As we do have some snow, I'm thinking this is above Snoqualmie Pass for right now, as snow levels are around 4,500 feet, but they'll be dropping down to around 4,000 feet a little bit later in the day. Here's your CodeCast for today for the Tri-Cities. If we did have some showers impacting us in the Tri-Cities, it would mainly be before 10 a.m. After that, should be dry, and it's certainly going to be some jacket weather out there for today, even though these highs are going to be about 5 degrees above average for this time of the year. So I'll take you on a zone-by-zone look at today's forecast. Also, I'll show you what the storm system has done to our rainfall deficits and our snowfall surplus, and that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Starting off this half hour with continuing coverage in Mabton, the city has already failed to hold a public hearing on its 2024 budget. And this is due to not having copies of the budget and the finance employee not showing up to the last week's meeting. However, after a 5-minute public hearing at Tuesday night's meeting, the council refused to take any action. The council concerned about the accuracy of the budget numbers, and according to the temporary finance hire, the numbers are based on what the city spent so far this year, and it's also a best estimate. He's also saying that it's complicated for many reasons.
It is a lot worse than I thought it was. It's taking me a lot longer to get through this, and I'm having to go through transaction by transaction, and at this point I haven't been able to get to the line item detail to know whether or not things have come out of ARPA.
And for more information on this full story, including details about all the funds with negative balances, also the declining revenue and the missing ARPA funds, you can visit our website. Making a difference now, we're highlighting a man in Richland who's been donating blood for 5 decades. And because of the recent disasters of Hurricane Helene and Milton, blood donations are desperately needed all across the U.S. Richard Zimmerman says it's pretty easy to donate, and our very own Riley Fitzgerald spoke with Zimmerman on why he says that and what keeps him coming back to help.
Your name?
Richard Zimmerman.
Month and date of birth?
3/2/56.
68-year-old Rick Zimmerman has been donating blood for a long time, 50 years this week.
Their records go back to 95, and since then this is number 59, so I'm almost at 8 gallons. But I started in 74, so I don't know how many I've given, so a lot.
It is like a big honor for them to still be coming back and donating and having that good experience and us taking care of them. So he's doing a big thing out there in the world.
Zimmerman walked into WSU Tri-Cities this week to celebrate 50 years of donating blood.
3, 2, 1, there it goes. I don't scream. Or I might.
He first donated on the Oregon State University campus after reading about the chance to donate from the school's newspaper. He says there are 3 reasons why he donates blood. The first, it's the right thing to do, to donate life.
Because you never know who's going to need it.
The second, because of some organizations he's been with that have promoted it. And the last, he does it in honor of his mom and dad.
My mom lived to almost 100 years of age, and so did my dad. And when they get that old, well, what do you give them for a present? So I send them chocolates and I say I gave blood.
There have been some off years, though.
3 months before I graduated, I got cancer in the salivary gland. And so for 6 years, I couldn't give blood because it needed to be cancer-free. So while it's been 50 years, there's been some gaps in there that some people can't, but as soon as you can, I did, and here I am.
Marcos de la Mora, a Red Cross blood collection staff member, says there is a big need following major disasters around the country.
And I'm talking about platelets, plasma, the Powerades, whole blood especially. So if anyone wants to donate, please stop by at the Red Cross.
And Zimmerman says it's easy.
All right, you're all done. You don't have to squeeze no more.
Yay.
Sorry, your hands.
Kind of like going through the Starbucks line and ordering something. You know, you go, they do, you leave. Only this is cheaper. It takes longer to get the food than it does to do this.
He says his A-positive blood has traveled as close as Hermiston, Oregon, and as far as Boston, Massachusetts. In Richland, Riley Fitzgerald, Apple Valley News Now.
Zimmerman also tells us he volunteered at Cadlick, and he says he would bring blood up to the stations as was needed, and he would help push people around in wheelchairs. And he says he donates around 4 times a year. To find out where you can donate, visit our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, a local student is getting the chance of a lifetime after being scouted to play in a soccer tournament in Amsterdam. He's set to represent the U.S. on Seattle's Eastside FC soccer team. Monique Ledesma introduces us to this remarkable 9-year-old after the break.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
Hey babe, what's a 5-letter word that starts with PH and ends with NE?
James, have you tried the 4 free phone flakes?
Dad, 4 free phones.
4 free phones?
Thanks. Choose 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month. No trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular.
Are you ready to shop? Because you know we got the deals during the Black Friday Super Sale at Furniture Row. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every 1,000 you spend and watch the savings stack up. Check out special purchases while they last and save up to 50%. Or make your cash go further with 60 months no interest financing. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. The Black Friday Super Sale, only at Furniture Row.
You love the internet. But do you love your internet? Do frozen screens make your heart melt? Do buffering wheels give you butterflies? Didn't think so. You should meet Ziply Fiber. It's faster, it's friendlier, it's fiber. Ziply is fiber optic internet. That means no lag and no buffering. Gotta love it. Ziply Fiber. Call 1-888-GO-ZIPLY or visit ziplyfiber.com/GoZiply. Plans as low as $10 a month.
It's time to secure your RV for fall camping from your destination store in Pasco. Broadmoor RV Superstore is jam-packed with new 2025 models with all new floor plans, and they're all priced to sell. Our professionals can help you choose your RV for fall camping and take advantage of the great deals so you can be ready for next spring. Family owned and operated since its inception. Broadmoor RV, the #1 travel trailer dealer in Washington State. Broadmoor RV, your destination store in Pasco.
Liberty Lawn and Saw Shop, your destination for outdoor power equipment. We offer a wide range of products from leading brands such as Exmark, Husqvarna, Echo, and Steel. Make your yard stand out with our range of professional-grade landscaping tools and equipment. We also provide a variety of services, including free pickup and delivery on deluxe services. Our team is committed to providing the best care for your outdoor equipment. Call us today or text us for faster service at 509-371-1477. Visit us in West Richland and at libertylawnandsawshop.com.
U.S. Cellular has the incredible new iPhone 16 Pro.
The first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence.
Spread the word.
And don't forget camera control. It'll blow you away.
Get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. No trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Saludos de arriba, tengo frío solo en esta cima. Pa' donde yo vaya con boba pa' encima. Viajando del tiempo se flota en el aire, también se camen.
Texans, Cowboys, Monday Night Football at 5, Apple Valley News Now.
Next live in Palm Springs, Caroline Ray and Don Johnson from Dr. Odyssey.
Brace for impact.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's take you on a tour of today's forecast. We're going to start off in Kittitas County, where these highs are going to be in the 40s and 50s. Snow levels this morning starting off around 4,500 feet, but they'll start to drift down to 4,000 feet by later in the day. So some of those passes in Kittitas County will be impacted. In the Yakima Valley, these winds gusting out of the south and west, upwards of 20 miles per hour. High temperatures in the mid-50s, and in between the mountain ranges, it should be pretty dry for today. We can't rule out a few scattered showers, but all in all, pretty dry. In the lower Columbia Basin, these winds also gusting out of the southwest upwards of 25 miles per hour. We'll have highs that will end up in the mid-50s. Then in the foothills of the Blues, also low to mid-50s, winds gusting out of the southwest upwards of 25 miles per hour. And again in the Blue Mountains, specifically for Spout Springs and for the Battle Mountain Summit later today, we'll start to see some of that snow mixing. In fact, we're already seeing some snow at Spout Springs. Okay, here is the rainfall deficit that we were expecting heading into this storm system, and in the wake of this storm system, we'll still be left with rainfall deficits in the wake, but we'll get about 5% improvements for the valleys, 15 to 20% improvements for the basin and foothills. And then in regards to the snowpack, this situation's a little bit more nuanced. We have a subtle deficit subtly improving for the upper Yakima Basin, then about 40 to 70% improvements for the Natchez, Walla Walla, Umatilla Basin. But these numbers are about to go way up with the storm system we're expecting into Sunday and Monday. I'll tell you how much snow we can get from that one coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Now, a local 4th grade student is going international after becoming the only student in the region to play in a soccer tournament in Amsterdam. Armando started playing soccer at the age of 3, and he's now 9 years old, and he's representing the U.S. on Seattle's Eastside FC soccer team. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma has the story.
I cried for like 2 weeks, but I just feel super proud of him. We take it very to the heart. We're very committed. We practice every day. I have a full-time job, and it's just, you know, we go to practice every day. We try to eat healthy. We try to support him in everything he does.
Anaí Chavez, Armando's mom, says this is one step closer for Armando to accomplish his dreams of being a pro soccer player.
I tell him that everywhere you go, you know, you might have a dream and only you know what it's going to cost to get there, and only you have to work hard for it. And just believe in yourself and push yourself. I am a strict parent, you know, but I think that he'll thank me later, for sure.
Armando says for him, soccer isn't just his passion, it's an escape.
Soccer makes me happy, it makes me forget when I have a rough day, and I love it.
Chavez says they know dreams don't happen overnight, and you can't just sleep on them. She says Monday through Friday and weekends for games, it's eat, play, sleep, work, repeat. But as much work that's done on the field is also put in the classroom.
You know, we have an hour or two break between soccer and right before he gets out of school, and he does homework between that time. He reads before bed every night before he goes to bed.
Our mission statement, 3 words that we have on there is ignite, inspire, encourage. And Armando embodies that by doing that every single day, not only in the soccer field, but also in the classroom, always giving his best and being one of the kindest kids that you would hope to develop through all the systems that we've created.
Armando says his days are packed now between training and school, but for him, he's living his best life.
It's kind of easy for me now because I've been doing it my whole life, but I just think about school, and then when I'm done, I just play soccer.
Chavez says she hopes Armando's story can help inspire other kids that if you set your mind to something, you can do it.
My mom inspired me by trying her best to make it all my practices and my games, and she pushing me so I could be as good as I am right now.
I tell Armando, show up, work hard. Wherever you go, people are watching you, and just try your best every time you try.
Chavez says this opportunity is an investment in Armando's future.
Armando and his mom are trying to raise $8,000 to help cover the cost of travel and other team necessities. And they have a GoFundMe page, and they are selling Krispy Kreme donuts in an effort to raise money as well. You can find all that information on AppleValleyNewsNow.com. And up next on Good Morning Northwest, Costco is recalling their signature butter, this over a labeling mistake. We have what exactly the mishap is and what you should do coming up in your morning sprint. But first, Chief Meteorologist Josh Culbreth will have your full weather forecast.
Ready to bring your dream kitchen floor to life? At Floor & Home, you dream, we install. This month, pay no sales tax at your local Richland or Walla Walla Floor & Home.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
My name is Lauren Martin. I started to work out at Hanford in 1982, and for 20 years I worked with the fleet, repairing cranes, locomotives, cars, ambulances, fire trucks, everything. After 20 years, then I came down with a disease. There are some very, very expensive drugs, and my copay on that is $0. All I have to do is pick up the phone, and it's there.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not, and just kind of let them know what those next steps are, the timeline of how long it could take for them to get approved.
Prosser Memorial Health orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist Dr. Tegan Goodell is now caring for patients at Prosser Orthopedic Center. Dr. Goodell brings his expertise in sports injuries and advanced arthroscopic procedures to the community, offering comprehensive care to athletes and active individuals throughout the region. To schedule an appointment with Dr. Goodell, call Prosser Orthopedic Center at 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
You love the internet. But do you love your internet? Is your bundle a bundle of joy? Do you celebrate your contract's anniversary? No? You should meet Ziply Fiber. High-speed fiber optic internet means more freedom, more reliability, more speed on all your family's devices, all at the same time. Happily ever faster. Ziply Fiber. Call 1-888-GO-ZIPLY or visit ziplyfiber.com/GoZiply. Plans as low as $10 a month.
This is the Ergo Smart Base from Tempur-Pedic, and it responds to snoring, so you don't have to. So no more nudging your partner or sleeping on the other side of the house, because the Tempur-Ergo Smart Base actually detects snoring, then automatically adjusts to help reduce it all night, every night.
Save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and get a $300 gift. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
Ready to bring your dream bathroom to life? At Floor & Home, you dream, we install. This month, pay no sales tax at your local Walla Walla or Tri-Cities Floor & Home.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Today at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We're continuing to track these snow showers up in the Cascades in elevations above 4,500 feet, but the snow levels will be drifting down to around 4,000 feet a little bit later in the day. We'll put this into motion with Futurecast, and today the best coverage is going to be up in the mountains, but by the time we get into the late evening, there could be a resurgence, and into the overnight hours, but there could be a resurgence in some showers in the Blue Foothills and in the Blue Mountains. And then into tomorrow, the best coverage will continue to be up in the mountains. Also in the foothills, snow levels much lower at this point. We'll get to that in just a second. But first, here's some of the water totals we're expecting for today and tomorrow. This is subject to change. We're thinking upwards of a ½ an inch for the Cascades, between 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch for the Blue Mountains. Not much doing for those of us in the valleys, the basin, or the foothills. We'll probably get less than 1/10 of an inch of water. Snow levels, like I said, drifting down to 4,000 feet for today, then getting sliced in half to between 2,000 and 2,500 feet for tomorrow. So here are some of the snowfall totals we're expecting for today and tomorrow. This is also subject to change. We're thinking between a trace to 4 inches on our passes of US 2, US 97, and I-90, 6 to 8 inches on US 12 at White Pass, less than an inch for the Battle Mountain Summit on US 395, and 2 to 3 inches for Spout Springs on Oregon 204. So those biggest impacts will continue to be off of US Highway 12 in Yakima County at White Pass. Overall, we'll trend a little bit drier as we head into Saturday, and then we're tracking this big-time storm system that's set to impact us Sunday into Monday. Overall, this is looking like a wetter storm system, especially up in the mountains, and this time the cold air and the moisture are going to sync up a little bit better, as early indications are that we could get between 1 foot to 1.5 feet of snow for Snoqualmie Pass, maybe a little bit more for some of those higher passes in the Cascades. So if you're going to travel over the Cascades for Sunday or Monday, I would maybe advise against that, but definitely keep tabs on this forecast. High temperatures drifting to below average values by the time we get to the middle of next week. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Drier during the days of Friday and Saturday, much wetter into Sunday, then turning drier again beyond Monday. For Yakima, the wettest day on the horizon looks to be Sunday, but we'll also have a chance for some flurries on Tuesday morning. In Ellensburg, the same pattern, very wet for Sunday, then small chances for flurries on Tuesday and Wednesday mornings. In Hermiston, drier for the next couple days, pretty active on Sunday, then drier again for Monday and beyond. Then for Walla Walla, about 50-50 shower chances for today and tomorrow, drier Saturday, but much more active again by Sunday. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, what Los Angeles' newly elected district attorney means for the Menendez brother case.
You really got to get beyond the Netflix documentary.
As the calls to free Eric and Lyle Menendez grow, Nathan Hochman, LA's new district attorney, says if the infamous case lands on his desk, he would have a lot to review before making a decision.
For the Menendezes or for anyone, we are not going to take a poll to decide what to do. That's why I keep emphasizing that I've got to do the work, the hard work of reviewing the facts, reviewing the law, and be able to justify in a court of law any decision I make.
Young people have taken the time to figure out what happened.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have more of our interview with the incoming district attorney and what's next for the Menendez brothers. With your GMA First Look, I'm Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
Dupixent helps people with asthma breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. And when you can breathe better, what isn't better? This is better. This is better. That's better. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. It works with your asthma medicine to help improve lung function. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's proven to help prevent asthma attacks. And doesn't that make things better? Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Tell your doctor right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change your stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. When you can get more out of your lungs, you can do more with less asthma. And isn't that better? Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic in asthma, and now approved as an add-on treatment for adults with COPD that is not well controlled and with a specific marker of inflammation.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is now 6:51. It's time for your 6 o'clock morning sprint. We're going to start off in your national headlines. Republicans retain control of the House of Representatives, giving President-elect Trump a trifecta. The GOP's victory came after Republicans held onto 2 House seats in California and Arizona. This gives them a sweep of the federal government with control of the White House and majorities in both chambers of Congress. And should the parent company of Facebook get to own Instagram and WhatsApp? Well, the Federal Trade Commission believes the answer is no. A case aimed at breaking up Meta is headed to trial after a judge partly denied Meta's request for summary judgment. The FTC alleges Meta overpaid for Instagram in 2012 and WhatsApp in 2014 to stifle competition. And Meta argues it faces competition from apps like TikTok, X, and YouTube. In a new statement, Meta says evidence at trial will prove that buying Instagram and WhatsApp has benefited customers. And in some business news, well, this morning the number of E. coli cases tied to the McDonald's Quarter Pounder is now at 104 people. The CDC says that includes 34 hospitalizations and 1 death. And those cases are spread across 14 states, including Washington and Oregon. The source of the bacteria is thought to be the slivered onions used on the burger, and they were recalled last month. It can take weeks to determine whether an illness is part of an outbreak. Also, the majority of illnesses were likely never reported as people recovered at home without medical intervention. And Costco is recalling 80,000 pounds of butter. The butter is being pulled because the packaging lacks a contains milk statement. And the recall includes Kirkland Signature sweet cream butter, both the salted and unsalted versions. You can either return the butter to the store or throw it out. In your sports news, the Seattle Kraken, coming off a big win Tuesday night, are taking to the ice again tonight against the Chicago Blackhawks. You can catch the game right here on Apple Valley News Now, and that means our 6 o'clock news will just be 30 minutes long. Coverage of the game starts at 6:30 and the puck drops at 7. Now we go to your top 5 local stories that you need to know this morning. Cleanup efforts are complete regarding the train derailment that caused 2,600 gallons of diesel fuel to spill into the Columbia River. 5 refrigerated rail cars from Union Pacific derailed last week near Wallula, and the company sent crews to contain the spill, which was finished on November 8th. Now in Mabton, the city held a 5-minute public hearing on its 2024 budget at this week's meeting, and there is still no progress due to concerns over the accuracy of the budget numbers. The city's temporary finance employee says it's complicated for many reasons, and she says this is the best estimate. She urged the council to pass the budget, but they did not. If funds are not allocated by the end of the year, the city loses what they have left. And for the full report from Emily Goodell, you can head to our website. And the FBI is asking for the public's help in finding the suspect tied to the ballot box fires in Oregon and Washington. This new footage is from the fire in Portland, and they believe this person is also behind the ballot box fire in Vancouver. The suspected car is an early 2003 to 2004 Volvo S60 sedan, and the FBI is offering a reward of up to $25,000 for information leading to the identification, arrest, and conviction of the person responsible. And Cadlick is now offering a new screening assessment called Prevention for Me. It's an email questionnaire sent about a week before your scheduled mammogram, and this will help providers better detect your risk level of cancer. The assessment is estimated to take about 10 minutes to complete. The Pasco School District is looking for paraeducators and bus drivers. They're holding a job fair on Monday at 1215 Lewis Street. Paraeducators are required to have high school diplomas, and bus drivers need at least 5 years of driving experience as well as a clean record. And these jobs are part-time with full benefits, and hours range anywhere from 24 to 40. Again, this is on the 18th from 4 to 7 p.m. All right, check this out. 3 toys that became wildly popular in the 1980s have now been inducted into the National Toy Hall of Fame.
Those 3 include My Little Pony, Transformers, and the card game Phase 10. That can get pretty intense, by the way. They were inducted by the Strong National Museum of Play. My Little Pony was a finalist 7 times before. They were very popular into the early 1990s and even outselling Barbie at some point.
And the first set of Transformers came out in 1984, and the Phase 10 card game has sold millions of decks each year in 30 countries in more than 20 languages.
Other finalists included the party game Apples to Apples, also Balloons, the Choose Your Own Adventure game books, Hess Toy Trucks, the Pokemon trading card game. Those aren't in, that's surprising. Remote controlled vehicles, Sequence, and lastly the Stick Horse and Trampoline.
Out of all those, I think Pokemon trading cards are my favorite. I still have mine from back in the day.
Yeah, come on, how is that not in the Hall of Fame already?
Maybe it just needs a couple more years.
Sure, that is a big time brand. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the radar for this morning. We are tracking some snow showers in the Cascades above 4,500 feet. Snow levels falling down to 4,000 feet a little bit later in the day. It is very foggy over Snoqualmie Pass for this morning, so good reason to take it slow up that way. Temperatures this morning, 30s, 40s, and 50s. Feels a little bit cooler because of some of the wind gusts out there. And in general for today, highs in the 50s, mostly dry in between the mountain ranges.
Thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find updates on our website. That's applevalley.newsnow.com.
Good Morning America is up next, and we'll be back with your local news and weather tonight at 5. Have a great day.